Right, ladies and gentlemen, this is probably an almost unique opportunity to acquire this book, which is exceptionally scarce. It's a 1937 first edition of the collected works of Isaac Rosenberg, the powerful and celebrated Jewish poet and artist of the First World War, with a foreword by Siegfried Sassoon, published by Chattel Windus in 1937. I'll explain its scarcity in a moment. It's ex-library, which I think is partly why this copy has survived. So with the usual tickets and stickers, sellotape, there is shelfware to it. There's a little knocking, but the binding is perfectly sound and tight, and the contents are clean. It is his collected work, so it's letters, writings, artworks, a few drawings, as it mentions there, and obviously his poetry. The book condition is fine. Inside, the text block is tight and clean. There's a little ink mark on there, and a little sort of foxing to the title page there. The book is scarce because when it was first published in 1937, they made an initial run of 500 copies with a further set of 900 copies in sheet form in the warehouse should the selling go well. In fact, the selling wasn't great. 403 copies were sold of this book by 1938. And then in the Second World War in 1941, I think it was, the 900 sets of leaves, of sheets of the book in the warehouse were destroyed in a fire. And so the book could never be reissued using those. So basically, when it was first printed, this volume, 403 copies sold, and the rest of the sets of sheets, which they might have made further copies from, were destroyed in a fire in 1941. The book, as I say, this has been saved because it seems to have entered a library's collection in 1937. Somewhere in the book, I can't remember where, is an accession date saying 1937 for the public library in Barking. There we are, bought in July 1937. It is, as I say, very rare. In 1975, Rosenberg's biographer said that copies of this book are impossible to acquire, so scarce it is, but obviously with the internet now you have the opportunity of doing so. I found one copy for sale at the moment. An American bookseller is selling a copy of this book for £1,140. It's that kind of book. The collected works of Isaac Rosenberg, issued later on in the 70s, at 73, 79, I think, but even those copies fetch £50, £60, but this is the original first edition copy of 1937 of the collected works of Isaac Rosenberg. Very, very rare. Thanks very much. Bye.